sorry about that, guys. We were just jamming out.
Just playing a little piano.
This does not seem like very much, but this house right here is in terrible condition, and it made us $47,000 in 3 weeks. We're gonna walk you step by step on exactly what we did to profit from this house. All right, so we're gonna give you...
Be careful.
This is probably one of the worst houses that I have bought in a very long time.
In a long time. Not the worst, but in a long time.
How we got this deal, just a quick background. So we do what's called cold calling to sellers. So we get data, we get their cell phone number, and then we cold call them. So the guys that you probably hate, that's us. This individual actually had this house. They inherited it. There was 2 family members. They wanted to be done with it. We got in and we offered them 100 grand. As you can see, the house was rough. If you could smell the smell through the camera here, it's pretty rough. They have not had electrical on in a while.
Question.
Yes.
When we go stand outside, it is stinky and hot in here.
Okay, guys, we're going outside. We're going outside.
Please note before Eric makes me put all this back too, I have a stash of goodies that I've gotten from the property that I'm going to take home.
Wow.
Continue.
So what we did is we actually closed this deal in hard money. This deal cost us out of our pocket about $3,200 to close. That was interest, closing costs, all that good stuff. So we bought this house for about $3,200. We also did what's called an escrow holdback. We held back $10,000 for them to move everything out. As you can see, based on the house, they didn't move anything. They just walked away.
Can I explain that a little bit more?
Absolutely.
When the buyer sold us the house, he got all of his money except $10,000. And we would give him the remaining $10,000 of what we owed him once he cleaned out the property. It appears he did not clean out the property.
And we gave him 30 days to do that.
Right. So because he did not meet his obligation, we then were able to keep that money. We actually gave back some of it, and we kept some because he did take some of it out. But that's what that means when we say an escrow holdback.
We actually ended up all into this property with our cash, the holdback and everything, for about $94,000 in change. We did sell the property for $165,000 and they didn't close. Sometimes in real estate, deals fall apart. That is why I have learned that I like to purchase properties. I don't like to wholesale as much because the deal is a deal. It was a deal regardless of whether it sold at 165, we rehabbed it, or we built it. We actually made $3 grand in earnest money from not closing. Now we're all into the property for about $91,000.
So what you mean by that is people who had the contract on the house put up $3,000 hard earnest money, and because they were not able to close on it, we also got to keep the $3,000. So far, due to people not following through on their words, we have kept the $10,000 in the escrow and then $3,000 of hard earnest money.
Which is a very good point as we go through this deal is make sure that you have some hard stops with people. If you're doing some things for them, you have some collateral from them. We don't do just regular earnest money anymore. We only do hard earnest money day one on any investment property that we do. So we're all in for 91. We ended up getting $140,000 cash offer, close in 4 days. And so we ended up taking that deal. With everything all said and done throughout the whole project, it took us about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Start to finish. We're actually closing this Friday on this property for $140,000, and we're gonna end up walking away with $47,000 in net profit. That's after everybody's paid, after all my acquisitions guys, which one of our acquisitions guys came and locked this property up for us. So I never even saw it until I closed on it and I walked it the next day. We ended up making 47 grand on this property and we weren't really that involved.
Honestly, I didn't even know how to get here. I had to Google it.
That is the biggest thing with real estate investing. Real estate investing can be what you make of it. If you want to buy really crappy houses and make really good money, then real estate investing is definitely the way to go. As always, give us a follow on Flip This Together at Instagram, and we continue to give good value and knowledge about how we did properties like this.
But it's starting to rain, so we gotta wrap this up. Will we make a lot of money on this house? We already know the answers. Let's see if this thing is right. It's broken, it doesn't say anything.